Well, hello and welcome to Introduction to Social Selling. It's social selling according to Charlene Burke, that is. And who is Charlene Burke? That would be me. I affectionately say that I am an introvert who survived working in an extrovert world. My work and business story begins quite simply with graduating from high school, and then I went to college and I got a couple of degrees, one in business and one in marketing. And I soon found myself struggling in jobs that required me to be surrounded by other people. I was constantly being interrupted. I was battling outside noise, and in all honesty, I really did prefer to stay focused and finish the task at hand and not have that white noise behind me. So after about 15 years of working in this world of extroverts and what I call chaos, I went back to school and I got my degrees in electronic engineering and robotics. Then I got work as a field engineer, and I have to tell you that for about 10 years, I thoroughly enjoyed being a high-tech mechanic, working on automated systems, training operators and customers how to use and maintain their equipment. Then I got laid off. Back to the corporate world it was for me. I found a job as a design engineer, and I really enjoyed that, designing mixing equipment for customers in the refinery industry and pharmaceutical industries. But even then I had to deal with constant interruptions from the telephone, working with customers and other engineers. Now don't get me wrong, I enjoy people. My issue is, and was, that when I'm designing something, when I'm in the zone doing something that I enjoy and I feel needs to be done, I don't tolerate interruptions very well. I don't tolerate a lot of stimuli around me very well. It's not conducive to my being stress-free. So please don't misunderstand that I don't like people. That's not the issue. The issue is that I really am an introvert that prefers to work alone. So here I was, a design engineer, and that wasn't working out. So then I tried my hand at being a manager. Now I had no training in management skills, just as I had no training in sales. And I had a firm belief that people knew what they're supposed to do. I mean, you have the job, there's the job description. Well, I got a big surprise there, a big light bulb. Turns out that that's not a good viewpoint for a manager. And I learned later that that is what the job was to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. All right. So finally, I had enough, and with the full emotional support of my husband, I pushed through the fear of going out on my own, and I founded Search by Burke. Search by Burke in June of '08 was founded to provide online marketing and business research to the business community. It was soon after that that I tackled my LinkedIn account, the one that I'd had since 2006, and I started using it to build my network. In '08, I had joined Facebook for personal reasons, but here I owned my business in June, and by the end of that year, I started realizing I could use Facebook for networking for business. I also, by the end of 2008, joined Twitter. I got to tell you, those three, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, are vital in growing my business using social selling. Now, I also joined other platforms, other forums, other social media pieces and parts and components, if you will, all related to where my customers were, industry specific, where I could be helpful, okay, where I fit in. All the while, I am training business owners, professionals, individuals how to use social media, how to learning or training them how to do internet marketing, everything from SEO 101 to building a WordPress website, everything in between in a variety of settings. And those were for individuals. I did that through Search by Burke, and through a lot of convincing of those individuals, I was told that I really should take this online, that I should become available to individuals, and therefore I did. So in November of 2014, I started Grow Because You Know. It is an arm of Search by Burke, and its focus is the individual who wants to learn internet marketing, specific skills and tactics, wants consulting on getting started in an internet-based business, wants a consulting to get started in blogging and advertising and anything related to being online. Grow Because You Know exists for that reason. Now at this point, here's the qualification of why I can even talk about social selling. I can honestly say that for Search by Burke, 40% of sales for 2014 were generated from LinkedIn. Some were direct sales, most were referrals. I can also honestly say that for 2015, my sales have been slipping. And that, in all honesty, it's because I got complacent and I stopped focusing my attention on social selling. I got involved in doing other things and I wasn't doing the things that work to build my business using social media. Well, you can trust me, I'm back to the daily practice that works. And so that's why a lot of people have been saying, I'm seeing a lot more of you. Yes, you are. It's because I'm doing what works, which is being involved and participating in social media platforms. And yes, I am seeing an increase in my business. And see, that's why I believe that social media can be used to build a business. I'm doing it. I've done it. I think you can do it too. So let's take a look at what is it, why you should do it, what skills do you need? What are the rules? Yes, there are rules. And let's take a look at 3 things you can do today. So the first question is, what is it? Honestly, social media itself is an online platform, software, program, application that people use to connect and have conversations. Some platforms you are already familiar with, like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, so on. Others you may not consider social media, like YouTube or Flickr, but they are. Yes, they're video, images platforms, but the comment sections provide great opportunity to connect with like-minded people and have conversations. The same holds true of Amazon, and actually anywhere that people can comment and reply as if they're having a conversation qualifies as social media. Now, why should you use it? This is an ad from 1958, and I am the first one to say that I love it and it's applicable to today's world. You walk into any office, you make a telephone call to somebody you don't know, you go up to somebody in a networking event, virtual or face-to-face, and vomit everything about your business and why they should do business with you, and this is what you're going to get. Just like this gentleman sitting behind a desk. And what he's saying in his head, and sometimes saying aloud to you, is, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I don't know your company. I don't know your company's product. I don't know your company stands for. I don't know your company's customers. I don't know your company's record, and I don't know your company's reputation. Now, what was it you wanted to sell me? So the statements here are even more true today, because social media gives us the platform to introduce ourselves and our services to other people, which is why I say use it to not sell, but to build relationships. Because you're able to do this in an environment of mutual sharing and getting to know one another. So you see, if I see you online, I see your activity on a regular basis, I can get a picture of who you are and what you're doing, and what you stand for, and how you do things, how you sound, how you look, how you act around other people. What is it that you share? What things are you interested in? So you see, when you approach me with a recommendation or a suggestion that your product might solve my problem, I'm more likely to listen to you. Now, let's take a look at some of the skills that you will need to use social selling. I believe you already have them. The first is to listen. I want you to listen to the language your ideal customer uses, and then use it in your own online activity. Use it when you're connecting with it. Use it when you're sharing the answer to their problem with them. So one way to do this is think about it this way. All right, so I'm in internet marketing. Now, if I'm talking with other internet marketers, I tend to talk in acronyms. There. Yes, this is real life. I tend to talk in acronyms, just as they do. I mean, we talk in terms of, hey, you know that SEO campaign that we began last month? Or, I was thinking about refining my SEM campaigns. Or even better, that SMM issue that we had a couple months ago. It's been resolved. Yeah, we're redoing our campaigns and we've made some tweaks and changes along the way. So we're talking about review analytics, checking the schema on a website, marketing funnels, click rates, and more. You see, it's all jargon. But it's a language that we understand so we can communicate with one another. I can tell you though that this won't work if I'm talking to retail store owners or nutritionists. And I believe you already have this skill. I just don't think you're using it. And that's because I see so many postings on social media that are using jargon in areas that people obviously don't understand what you're saying. So listen. Okay? If you don't think you have this skill, or if you think you're one of the people that's using jargon too much, then simply go to a group or forum where your ideal customer hangs out and follow the conversations. You see, if you follow the conversations, you'll hear the way they're talking and you will be able to listen to what they're saying and be able to put it back at them in their own language. You can do it. I know you can. So the next skill is to initiate new relationships. And you do this by connecting, you've been connecting with people already, so I know you have this skill. All right? But you're just going to take it one step further. Just accepting or offering the connection request. I want you to personalize any messages that you send to them. I want you to use their name. Mention something about their profile you found interesting, or something in their newsfeed you found interesting. Mention something you have in common. Now don't get too personal, but certainly you can go beyond the non-personal click of connecting by accepting a friend request or invitation to connect. So yes, you can initiate new relationships and you can take it one step further, and taking it one step further by personalizing it makes you memorable. Yes, you have the skills to nurture your relationships. It's as simple as sharing interesting, value-based information, messages, and content. So whether it's to a group of people or to individuals, we all like to read and receive interesting information about our industry or our profession. Current trends, recent research, a case study found on a company's website. Surely you can do this while listening and initiating new relationships. I know it's going to work well for you because that's how I do it, and it works well for me. If you follow the rules. Yes, there are rules. Nothing you can't handle, honest. No matter the platform you're on, whether you're face-to-face or online, please remember there is a person behind the avatar, behind the profile picture, behind the screen name. What you share and post is a reflection of you. And one way to look at this is before you hit the send button or publish or send or post button, review this quickly. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If you follow this, you will be respected and you will be viewed with a lot of people liking you, quite honestly, and they like the way that you act online. Another rule to follow. Follow the rule of the platform that you're on. For instance, Facebook is casual, and of course conversations lead toward the very personal. This is where you share the images of the children playing, the kids getting into trouble, the cats, the dogs, your life, I came over to your house and I'm seeing you in your casual sweats kind of scenario. That's the environment there. LinkedIn, on the other hand, is for professionals. And honestly, the conversations there should be professional, should be removed of anything very personal, because we're there to talk business. So pay attention to the way people are talking. Same applies to any other network that you get on, any other forum. Watch the conversations to learn what is acceptable. Let's do a quick recap. We did a what is it? We did a why you should do it. We looked at what skills do you need, and I believe you have them all. We looked at the rules. Here are the 3 things you can do today. I don't care what social media platform you're on. I want you to have an appropriate headshot or profile image. If it gives you an opportunity to complete a section that highlights your knowledge, please complete it. And always have a link to your website or blog. You see, it's not the social media platform that should be the hub of everything you do. You should be taking them from that platform, from that profile, to your hub, which is your website or blog. These are honest to goodness profile images that I took from LinkedIn. Yes, who wants to connect with a dog? I don't. I'm a professional. I want to talk business. I don't do business with dogs. Yay, I'm really happy that American Pharoah won the Kentucky Derby and is a Triple Crown winner. Um, but I don't connect with plaques, you know. And the 1970s Afro look from your high school graduation picture. Now, the only way that is acceptable is if you truly just graduated from high school and haven't started college yet. And this could be a retro thing. I understand that. I understand being a retro. I get that. But honestly, this isn't appropriate. That is appropriate for not for LinkedIn, not for something professional. It's very appropriate for a very casual like Facebook or Twitter profile headshot. Very appropriate for that. As is the guy in the upper corner here that has the mohawk and half-shaved head. That's for a casual platform. Just make sure it's appropriate. Either way, I don't care what platform, do not use the shadow silhouette or something that doesn't represent you at all, which is the faceless cartoon picture. Please. Second thing you can do is on LinkedIn, I want you to connect with professionals because they can one day provide you with information vital to completing a proposal, a connection to the one person that will help you get your foot in the door, information that will help you land a sale. I am not too discriminatory about who I connect with. What's important to me is that you have a completed profile, you have some activity on LinkedIn, you belong to a few groups and have participated, and that your image is a professional image that is suitable for the company and services that you are representing. That's my criteria. And there are some who want to keep a tight rein on who they're connected with. That's fine. I have a little bit broader criteria, and it's because these three things that I just listed have been available to me by tapping into my network on LinkedIn. There are things that I can tap my network for. And then third, whenever possible, take the connection to the telephone or a face-to-face meeting. And this is because people do business with people they know. So how do you go face-to-face? Well, you can use Skype, Google Plus Hangouts. We now have blab.im, which is a live streaming app. We have Zoom, which is a screen sharing webcam video conferencing tool. There are a lot of other tools out there. Please don't say that you can't meet face-to-face because you can. I have had conversations on Skype and on Google Plus video chat, also known as a Hangout, for 5-10 minutes. Just long enough to say, hey, I just wanted to see that you're a real person, and that's from them, Again, sure, I'm a real person. Good to meet you. This is what I do. What do you do? How can I help you? Let's connect elsewhere. Hey, that's great. Boom, it's done. We're real. All right? That's what I encourage you to do. The 3 things you can do today. So if you have any questions, let's connect. Let's connect. Here are all the ways that you can connect with me. Got my email address. Connect with me on Twitter. There's a phone number. LinkedIn, please connect with me. And Facebook. You can go to the Facebook page for Grow Because You Know. My blog is www.growbecauseyouknow.com. If you do go to growbecaus.com, you can register to receive updates of upcoming webinars, events, be they live or recorded or virtual. Then I post that about once a week. I send out an email that just simply says, here's where I'm going to be next. Hope to see you there. So please, let's connect, get to know each other, maybe do some business together, but more importantly, let's connect so that we can help each other to grow our businesses. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a terrific day. Now let's go forward on purpose with purpose to grow our hearts, grow our minds, and grow our businesses.